and that's the Starfield. That's the Starfield. The big reason why Xbox bought Bethesda was to get their next big IP, which was Starfield. In fact, I think PlayStation or Sony, they were trying to buy Bethesda for this reason too, to get this game specifically. Um, and this is why I feel like this whole press conference was a disaster, because you started strong, and then it was like a bunch of DLC things, a bunch of indie games, no like real big IPs, and we're all waiting for Bethesda's big IP, and then they showed this, and just a huge deflated feeling I felt like looking at it and realizing it's really nothing that special. It's nothing. That, we'll pause it as we go here. We'll pause as we go.
I mean, did you expect anything different?
I was expecting something a little bit more than what we got.
No.
A little bit more.
This is exactly
exactly
what I expected out of a Bethesda Studio space game. When I saw that cinematic trailer from last year, it even looked that bad. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be so out of date looking. It's going to be like weaker than fucking No Man's Sky.
That's so funny, because there's so many things in this game that reminded me of No Man's Sky.
But no, they bought Bethesda for all their IPs.
Yeah.
And to have more studios to make games. Yeah. It's not Starfield. If anything, it's Skyrim.
That's the big new IP they were like going after, though. First of all, this quote here doesn't make any sense. You read this? The wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that man has measured it. I don't understand what that means. Like, what does that mean?
I mean, it means that, it's amazing that
man has measured it.
Yeah, that we as just like a lame species has been able to like do all these things. Yeah, with how vast the universe is. Yeah, and everything. But which is what the game's about. Yeah, but
Lord. Can you get any more up your own
like let's just preference this though by saying that we're not really a fan of Bethesda, like their format on and just game map and everything on how to make games anymore. I think it's very outdated.
Dude, when they came up with Fallout 3, I remember playing that for the first time. Like, holy shit! I wonder where they're gonna go next. This is a great starting point.
Yeah, I didn't even like Fallout 3, honestly. Like, I loved the world building in Fallout. Again, I've always loved that about the Fallout of Skyrim. I love their world building. They've always been games I loved watching, but not a huge fan of playing. But Fallout 3, was at least good though, and had a lot of like good dialogue selections. Unlike fucking Fallout 4.
Oh yeah,
it's just 4 fucking choices.
Yeah, and totally in depth, like Fallout, selections with the dialogue and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a thing where they mixed the action with the turn-based with the VATS system, which they totally abandoned for like Fallout 4. You can go through Fallout 4 without using VATS at all. The thing that stops the game and you pick your target and shit. You could go through all Fallout 4 without using that at all. But Fallout 3, it was like a main component because you couldn't really use your gun and like look down the sight. It wasn't like it was shit to use, right? So you like had to use VATS and stuff, but they totally abandoned that.
Mm-hmm.
All that turn-based shit. And when you look at this demo, you'll notice that there is nothing turn-based about it. It's all action RPG.
Yeah. You play this out. There's a raccoon outside my window. I'm gonna go feed them.
Oh, God.
That's more entertaining than watching this.
All right, I'll be stopping it as Bethesda Game Studios. Are we? Let's make sure things are going here. Of course, the fastest path to anything is a straight line, but not in this case. Bethesda, Starfield, the game you've been waiting for 5 years to see.
It's hard to express.
And Tom Howard's fucking dumbass. Like, nobody wants to see you, Todd. Nobody wants to see you anymore.
We know you've waited a long time to
Sweet Jesus.
Starfield. It's easily our most ambitious game
in fact,
ever. Like our previous games.
We're gonna go ahead and skip Todd.
Mysterious Moon of Crete.
Mysterious Moon. Wait, no, actually, what's he say here?
It's an epic role-playing game.
Epic role-playing game.
Be who you want and go where you want.
Go where you want.
This time,
You can
you'll
go
be
where you want.
exploring space. So let's jump right in. This is early in the game as you arrive on the mysterious moon of Crete.
You can go where you want, but you're gonna have to arrive at this moon. All right, so it's some of that bullshit where it's like this vast open world, right? But it is linear. Like Fallout 4 is super linear. There's only one path to go, really. When you start that game, and even when you get to Diamond City, like it's all just one path you can take. You really can't go beyond. You can't really do much beyond that. Um, that linear open world thing. And right here is the same thing. You can go anywhere you want, but we're gonna put you on this moon first. You can do whatever you want, but you have to do this first. Like what? I thought I could do whatever I want. They always gotta do that shit. Crete.
It just looks so fucking out of date.
It really does. I mean, that's because they've been developing it for like what 7+ years or something like that. So when they first started, like PS5 wasn't a thing yet, or Xbox Series whatever, it wasn't a thing yet.
It's like, okay, graphics aren't anything. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just, so as long as it's like vast in scale, like Fallout 3 or Fallout 2, Fallout 1, Skyrim, that's fine then. But I don't trust them anymore with that, and I have to go off of what we know so far.
Yeah.
What we've seen is not that good looking at all.
Oh yeah, and you can go anywhere you want, right? But like you have to go to certain places for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'm sure at least 900 of the 1,000 planets are the same and pointless, just grinding.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like what No Man's Sky was at first.
Oh yeah, just like, oh yeah. And what are you doing here? You're scanning stuff, just like another game.
Then you update your thing, then you go to another planet, then you go to this one, and then you grind, then you update your thing, and then you go to this planet.
Yeah, it's like it really gave me No Man's Sky vibes watching this opening part.
Right, it's like I wanted to see some cool enemy types at least, but like in Fallout 3. But
oh yeah. This was neato. How they don't attack you unless you attack first. Neato. I've seen it in other games too. I've seen crab things. What's the creature variety going to be? You know what I'm saying? Because No Man's Sky,
no, actually, fucking
yeah. No Man's Sky like procedurally generated the creatures, and it would turn into some weird shit. This is another No Man's Sky thing. You're shooting a beam to collect resources. Like someone's getting sued, dude. Like
I mean, it's like that sort of
like it's the same. Even like the iron, like I feel like it's the same layout too. How do they not get sued from this? Like, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I was getting such No Man's Sky flashbacks right there.
It's like you can see, like, in the visuals, like, there's an amazing looking game in here somewhere. It's just if it was an updated engine, holy fuck.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if this was like fucking most modern
thing? Like, you can see it in, like, the dark landscapes and the snow.
Why are we using... Do you see this gun? Why are we using this... What's it called in Modern Warfare, this gun? Like, this isn't the same type of gun. The clip goes in the top here. I forget the name of it. The UPM or something like that. Somebody will say it in the comments later on. After this is posted. But, like, even the guns are not inspired. They're like the same generic guns you've seen in every fucking video game. A submachine gun you've seen in how many video games? It's just bullets. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Granada. Like, what's the future? I'm flying through space. We're still using granadas and shotguns. Like,
yeah.
Come on now, man.
Fucking combat's just like...
It's the same shit.
It's like it's never been updated, ever.
Yeah.
Over all the years, it's like Outer Worlds has good... Why can't we get that combat?
Outer Worlds is so much better in every way.
In every way. Except the only difference is You don't have to spend fucking 300 hours of your lives just to finally start getting into it like a fucking Bethesda game.
Yeah, you can beat Outer Worlds in like less than 10 hours. there's a certain way to do it. You can beat it like real
and
quick.
they actually have compelling characters.
Yeah.
And rememberable ones.
I like that when a game doesn't waste your time.
Yeah, that's why I've never. That's another reason why I've never been into them and just like watching them and like the world building.
We got a
like,
jetpack.
the stuff they did instead of at the actual games. Because yeah, I don't like wasting my time just to finally get into it.
You're invited to join Constellation.
God, I just don't like seeing Todd Howard's face, man, anymore. Like after all the shit with Fallout 76 and stuff. And...
Yeah, 76 was the last straw.
I know. I was willing to get with it with Fallout 4, but like, come on.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is still a good game, I would say, despite all the issues and how overrated it was.
Oh yeah.
And the lack of choice. And that press conference he did for Fallout 4, I mean, that's like the biggest con of the century. That was extremely well put together. Like, best conference for a game ever of all time.
And at least we get the arms. We get the fully generated arms here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see in my games. I need to see my arms.
Welcome to Constellation.
I mean, she's still got that lazy eye.
Yeah.
She's a little cross.
Yeah.
Like she's looking at the vending machine off to the side or something.
Yeah. It's like, holy fuck. It's like just that fucking hair. Jesus. Have you fucking taken a shower?
I just can't stop looking at that eye, man. I don't know what the fuck. Oh my god.
So guys, look so fucking.
What's he looking at? What's he?
Oh, great engine, everybody!
Pretty
holy
flat textures
fuck.
too. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
feel
you know,
like
with
Fallout
Todd
4
Howard,
might
though,
look better than
fucking
this.
before Fallout 76, before that press conference, though, that was the peak of when everybody like knew like the lies and everybody and was about done with him. But then he had a good enough press conference and everything and said all the right things at Bethesda's things for 76 and Starfield and Skyrim that everybody was like, okay, one last chance. You know what? I'm back to being a Todd Howard fan. And then it releases like, okay, done. It's like now he's just retire.
We're doing something that's never been done before.
just retire, buddy. You're done now. There's no getting out of that fucking deep hole, especially after this.
But like, I feel like the character models in like Fallout 4.
That character looks like she's fucking high.
Yeah, but even her skin tone doesn't look quite right.
Looks like she's like fucking being held at gunpoint, wants to get out of this game.
Like, where's the pores on her face? Like, I feel like we might be spoiled by like graphics in games now, like where you actually like see like the pores on people's faces. Like, so when I see the smooth character models, like it's an action figure. That's where I start to be like, oh.
It's like, again, graphics aren't anything. Like
not anything.
You can see that like the face,
for sure.
like the talk in the face, like motion is like well done, like improved at least, and it's not like shitty like BioWare. So again, I would be fine with all this. Give it a 3 pass because graphics aren't everything. It's all about the RPG elements in a game like this.
Oh yeah.
Again, I just don't.
But even like Bethesda has a really bad habit of making like fake RPGs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't trust them with this, and what I've seen so far with what they've showed, I don't think that's going to be good either.
And like, what I mean by like fake RPGs is like they say it's open, you could do whatever you want, but like Fallout 4, it is a linear path. Like you could only go one path.
I love that video. Do what you want. Border. What?
Yeah. So, invisible walls.
We need to react to that fucking Crow Cat video again. Holy fuck.
You can't do things that are like out of your level and expect to fucking finish it. Like it's bad. It's bad. There's always one certain way to really play that game and beat it. Really, if you want to have a good experience. But that fucking the eye again. It's like legit. Like it's not looking at the character. It's what the hell. Unless that's her character. I don't know.
So, you found something?
A new guy.
You found something.
You dug up the artifact, right?
Did you see his lips right there? Can we go back here? Can we go... Look at this guy's lips.
A new guy found it.
You dug up the artifact, right?
What? I don't know.
that guy's trying to do like Dwayne Johnson, the eyebrow thing.
That's crazy.
If we can find more, we can unlock their secrets.
And
Now this just
I don't-
reminds me of Anthem. The dialogue and everything just fucking kill me.
And I was reading somewhere online that the frame rate problems is not because of the strain. It's like this thing actually has frame rate problems.
Yeah. And
Very
it's just the
shocking.
world building in this, like all the groups they're showing us right now, all the characters, the factions, the jobs. It's not interesting. It fucking bores me to death. What we're hearing.
I know, right? Can you imagine playing 100 hours of this? I don't.
Yeah, it's just it's boring to me. It's like, and then you like go through the old development history and the videos and the streams of what we've seen so far of like Beyond Good and Evil 2 right now. It's just so much more fucking interesting. I could play that game for like 50,000 hours from what they've said and shown.
Right?
It's not even out yet, and it might be in development hell for all we know. And fucking No Man's Sky and all that, like
Yeah, this is very No Man's Sky with the fucking the
just
the
it's
monolith
all-
thing. Like you go back here, you'll see like a little monolith. This thing, this is very No Man's Sky monolith thing.
It's
You
just
gotta
like
find.
nothing is interesting. Like Outer Worlds did a far better job with like the factions, like the people,
But
and
story.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they didn't show us the creatures. Basically, it's
But
another
ultimately,
thing.
it's not our story. It's the story you create.
It's the story you create.
Yeah, you
Bullshit.
do it. Fix our
Bullshit.
game. Fix our game.
We can do whatever we want, right? Oh, bullshit, man. I'm calling bullshit right now.
Oh, and look at this character model shit. They just showcase how bad it looks.
Look, you can do whatever you want.
This looks so bad. Look at that fucking
You,
hair.
you want a fat bitch or you want a skinny bitch?
I definitely want a fat one. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, big old round girl.
No, round man. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, big old fat man. I'll call him fat bastard. They're from Austin Powers.
Bastard.
There are optional traits, and these come with unique advantages and disadvantages.
Oh yeah.
But it's not just in how you can look, but in how your character plays.
That's pretty much
and
all you could do,
develops.
really, as far as customization
skill
goes.
system
Oh,
combines
the skill
perception
tree.
from
Yeah, of
Yeah, the
course.
skill tree, the out-of-date skill
course.
tree from all of our favorite fucking Bethesda games.
Love it. What's the innovation, man? It's like, oh, I'm like,
And they're like, oh, you can pick like 3 skill things that will affect you a lot in the game. It'll how you interact every. No, it won't. Fuck off.
and you'll
It'll
probably be
barely
able to
have any
change
effect.
them anytime you want too.
Yes, it will barely have any fucking effect.
Yeah.
It's like the cyberpunk shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've seen a bit of enemies there, the boring ones.
And this was another moment where I'm like, oh wow, No Man's Sky. Like wow.
Yeah, it's like No Man's Sky can do this as well, just as well.
It even looks like the bases from No Man, like the round,
Yes,
round base.
and people are like, this can be more in depth though, like the Fallout 4 building, and it has, it's better graphically. It's like, but again, with how out of date the engine is, though, it's just the No Man's
It's just
Sky
even
thing
gonna
just looks
work.
better,
It's gonna be glitchy as fuck.
and
those
you can
first
do
few
more with it probably than in fucking Fallout with and what you can do with like the landscape and everything in No Man's Sky. Unlike this, it's like.
And
you can hire characters you
months. They're gonna talk about planets here in a second, which another thing I'm not buying for a second.
That's not all.
Oh, you can customize your ship. So can I customize it to make it look like the Firefly from the Firefly show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Can I do that?
it's like does No Man's Sky have this? Yes or no?
I'm pretty sure they do, but or they
Because-
might. You could just buy your ships or something.
Yeah,
but-
like because I don't remember if you can customize it. But I think they might just have like a bunch of versions. But either way, whether you can or not, like
you can, but like in No Man's Sky, they have so many ships. It's
yeah,
like,
there's so
it's
many
whatever you
versions.
can
It's like
think
it
of, they
doesn't
have it.
matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
And
all
even if they don't
generated.
have customizing like ships yet, I'm sure they will in the future. Like they make a billion updates with so many things.
I could have swore they had something customizable.
Yeah,
for
I'm
ships,
sure
though.
they do by now. But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like
But yeah, the outpost thing is really like, oh my god, it's like just like, oh, beautiful ships.
It's not just how the ship looks, it's how it performs. From engines to
Oh, yeah.
shields to weapon systems. Because yes, you can fly it.
Oh wow! Can I
They
go
fly
surface
now?
to air?
they fly now.
Do they fly? Do these ships fly? I thought they were just water
Oh
ships.
shit! They fly now.
Is it surface to space
Holy
like No
fuck.
Man's Sky? Probably not. I bet
Uh,
there's a loading screen every
And
time.
look, even if a lot of the planets are literally just like kind of empty voids and like resource
Which
basically, and
I'm
just
betting.
with some
Yeah.
enemies, yes, that would be fine. You see, that's fine to have like a lot of planets like that in a solar system in a universe, and since that would be realistic, but as long as you make it interesting in that way. But with like what they showed us, I highly doubt it. And if you
And-
look at like what they're doing in Beyond Good and Evil, and with like the climate effects and everything on those meaningless planets in their ginormous solar system that looks even like way bigger than this, 1,000 times bigger.
Yeah.
They actually make it interesting, the pointless like time spent in planets where I'd want to. This just like no, it's just empty void.
Yeah, could you make
Lifeless.
space look any less interesting?
Make it look any less
Space,
fucking
dude.
lifeless.
Look at this. Like it's not like it's gray, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, space is already fucking empty enough, and they somehow make it more empty.
Like, ooh, Saturn.
Nice.
Oh, it just looks so bland. I don't know.
Yeah, there's just gonna be a fucking like Easter egg of like Earth, and it's just gonna be like destroyed.
Right? It's gonna be cracked in half.
Oh yeah.
But like, where's the colors? I don't know. I just feel like space should be a little bit more interesting to look at than a dark void here. Like, there we go. Here's some colors here. We got Red Planet. You know?
Oh god. It's like okay, the space exploration can be cool, but again, I look at other games like No Man's Skies and
It looks so much better in No Man's
Beyond
Sky.
Good and Evils, like it looks better. So, might not be like as like detailed graphically No Man's Sky, but
Dark.
it looks better it looks more fun to like fly around.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the stuff with the asteroids is kind of cool, but
Now I bet they're gonna polish it up for sure. For sure.
it
But this
comes
is
out
coming
pretty
next year?
damn soon. But
Can't wait for all of you to experience the game. Thanks again for being with us.
Did he
today.
mention the
Thanks
planets
for
yet?
All the support you've given
Yeah.
us over the decades, especially on this game. It's been an incredible journey. for us
Incredible
making
journey.
It, but we know that's
You're gonna
only
love
the
Fallout
beginning.
76.
When all of you play it, that the real journey begins. And you may be wondering,
yeah, it's right here.
how big is this
Yeah.
game? So we thought
Listen
we'd
to
take one
what he
last
says
moment
here. This is
and
ridiculous.
show you.
It's gonna-
Yeah,
Let's
and
take
just
a look
one
at one
last
of our
spit in the
planets
face,
together.
by the way, is
Gonna
that
land in New
you
Atlanta.
expect? Okay, at least this is coming out this year. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, it's delayed. It's like fuck me.
Listen to what he says here about these planets. You can land on these
Also land
planets.
and explore
Fucking Elden Ring came out
anywhere on the
earlier than
planet.
this. Compare
kill-
the two.
You can land and explore anywhere on the planet. That's what I'm calling bullshit. Because you see here it says New Atlantis, and it's like he has this cursor. You're telling me I could just like plop my cursor anywhere and I can
Yeah,
land
I
there.
doubt it. I feel
Bullshit.
you have to like,
Yeah.
but yeah, you have to explore certain places first.
Yeah, it's gonna be like other diamonds like this that show you little areas you could go to. It's not like you could just go anywhere you want. You know, say you can just
Mhm.
fly
And it's
anywhere.
not just this planet. It's all the planets in the system.
All 10 of them in the
Uh-huh.
system.
Barren but resource-heavy ice balls to Goldilocks planets with life. And not just this system, but
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so they're
7,
like
8,
so
9,
so
10.
there's that planet, and it's then in this solar system.
there are
It's just a
100
small part of
systems.
this solar system, and then
Over
a small part
1,000
of this
planets.
galaxy. And it's like,
Mhm.
okay, we already saw that showcased in Beyond Good and Evil's game coming up, and and No Man's Sky, and it looks, and they're both way bigger than this,
Yeah, I'm hoping Beyond
and,
Good and Evil.
and way more detailed.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
again,
hoping we
I
just
that
have
game
Beyond
better
Good and Evil.
fucking come out. If that
We can't wait.
if Ubisoft cancels
see what
that,
you
I'm
find.
gonna fucking jump out like a 50-story building. I've been waiting for that game like fucking 20 years now, all my life. Like
Dude,
it makes Half-Life 3 look like fucking children's playground. Fuck.
Hey, I'm totally not buying. You can just walk around the whole planet and just explore it however
Mhm.
you want. There's going to be invisible walls. There's going to be areas you just can't go to. It's only going to be select areas on these planets you can go to for sure.
Holy fuck.
I mean,
Just
if you can,
compare.
then I mean that's a different thing. But like, there's no way, man.
Okay, I mean, some of like the creators there look kind of cool, but fuck, again, the other space games have it too. Whatever.
That's the same animation over and over. This is how boring this game's gonna be. Look at the takeoff animation. It's gonna be the same over and over. That's what they're showing you. It's gonna be the same thing
Like,
over and
holy
over.
fuck.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're showing you that.
There are some bits and pieces I can see at moments in the trailer where some of the exploration or whatever and landscape can kind of seem cool, but they did not do a good job showing it off. And again, just the others did it better. Just holy fuck.
And that's why I call it a disaster, because that's supposed to be like your big game. That's supposed to be like the thing that's selling the console is this fucking Starfield. I don't know, man. Like, I see a lot of people
I
on
just
Twitter.
feel like space should be a little more interesting to look than a dark
Right?
void. Well, here's the thing: even the dark void, the thing is though, like some people might be memeing, well, space is a dark void. Okay,
It doesn't look gray and shit.
Yeah, even with it being actually being a dark void. Okay, first off, it's a video game. You can make it interesting and still
Yeah.
realistic. Like we don't know what's out there, so like it's a dark void in some places, but other places no, and it does. But even as a dark void, it doesn't look good. It doesn't
And
look
there
good as
are
a dark
nebulas
void.
that have color. There are like space
Yeah,
clouds and stuff that have color to them. It's
And
a real
I'm
thing.
cool with like parts being like a dark void. Honestly, what could have been cool, they could have made it like really like you could barely even see your own ship at parts in the game.
Oh yeah, because you're on the dark side of the moon or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's
It's
like-
blocking the sun, so it's like
Yeah,
pitch
sort of
black.
like Subnautica when you go deep down.
Mhm. But
It's
like, look, it's just like this hazy, like white grayness that's over everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's just like a cloud, like they're in a gray cloud
Yep.
type thing.
This just doesn't look good.
I'm not feeling it. I'm definitely not feeling
And
it.
again, just this just isn't my type of game anyway, and they didn't do a good job of like making me want to play it. Like if it's on eventually it just stays on Game Pass for like months, then I'll eventually try it out. But if it's only on there for like a couple days and then gone or doesn't, then I'm
It is
not
a Game
going
Pass
to.
game right here. What does it say?
Yeah, well, it says
What does
like
it say?
it's at least day
Right here.
one on Game Pass. I don't know if it's like stays on there for a
I don't know if
while.
it's-
This one,
Yeah, but it's definitely gonna be Game Pass. So there you go. You got
Yeah.
a PC. You got it for $15. You don't have to pay $70 for this
Jesus
game that has
Christ.
1,000 planets in it. You don't have to pay $70.
but I like again. That's just the real kicker. 2020, they delay it till 2023. This is with how
December.
with how iffy. Yes, December as well.
Probably. No, just 2023. I'm just
I
guessing
know.
it's December. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be hilarious because then it's at the 2024 Game Awards, which means it would compete against 2 years later, has no chance. But holy fuck, that's just a real kicker though, with how iffy this already looks just from their showcase here and how kind of disappointing. Like you can just be like, okay, well at least it's coming out this year now finally. Nope, another year. Now it's going to be in another year, which is considered to be an extremely stacked year apparently, and with
Right.
even more like technologically advanced games. Elden Ring, that fucking masterpiece, insane game, came out before fucking Starfield. What we saw,
Mhm.
that is pathetic.
Yeah, dude. Elden Ring just like visually looks way better than anything in the Starfield
Mhm.
thing, which
Yep,
is shocking.
all the creatures look way more interesting. Even just the fucking giant lobster looks more interesting than any creature we saw in this.
And I was really hoping Starfield would be like good. Like I was really hoping that
I knew
Bethesda
it
was gonna, like,
wouldn't
bounce
though.
back.
I knew.
Yeah.
I knew it had because, and also in order for this to work more, it has to be more flexible. That's not Bethesda Studios games are not as flexible when it comes to like the feel of it. It's like you need that more for a space game.
Yeah. And what was that game? No Man's Sky was made by 12 people. 12
Mhm.
people. This
And
game's made by 300 people.
6 at first as well. 6 and then increased to 12 like halfway through.
Yeah, they doubled their production size. Now we
Holy
have
fuck.
12 people. Unbelievable. The Starfield was made easily by 300 plus people. Easily. And still. Woof.